of being Anna Bong, and we're live. So, what on earth is going on? I've just been. I'm reading all of these. What they're called tender documents. It just sounds funny, really. It sounds like they're all a bit sensitive. But this is in the UK. For some reason, they have this they do this thing like invitation to tender, and it's basically like an invite to bid on a contract. And yeah, that's our original NHS project that we got as a paid project in Agile Ventures. That was a tender which we bid on, and we got accepted, and then they paid us the money, and then we did the work for them. So we have the same people who suggested the NHS one originally have sent me one which is about it's a women and girls network to sort of help people survivors of sexual violence, and that's like a £70,000 one for, gosh, what is it? Yeah, developing a website and all this, that, and the other. So that looks interesting. Although they want an organization that has like 2 years of audited accounts, and we're only 15 months old. So we'll see. I mean, we've got to the end of the month for that one. I've got another one which is all to do with like social prescribing and all agile development in a local authority, like a local government group in a different part of London that someone wants to collaborate on. That's for like 100,000, but I'm not sure about that one. All this has been going in the paid projects channel. So that's the main thing I've been doing. Before that, I had a whole series of phone calls with the NHS. So we're talking about more money for further development of the NHS wiki, which is nice. I've got to put together a little proposal for them. We also had the NHS England and the national team talking about what they're looking to do and so on. Gosh, anyway, if people are interested, we've got an NHS wiki channel, and I'm going to put all the notes in there. My head's sort of spinning a bit of all this money talk. Haven't really been able to focus on much else. I did do a little bit of looking at the gradient stuff for deep learning over my lunch break, but I did not make much progress with that other than like banging my head on it a few times.
That stuff is by far the most complicated thing we've looked at, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know if it's like, I would say I characterize it by I just don't know what to do at the moment, whether rather than having actually got into any complexity yet. But yeah, maybe. Well, anyway, that's I think we've got what else going on. Yeah, that's about everything since the last Scrum. Yeah, it's Tuesday. There is now not anything immediately happening after this. That's my report. I'm not immediately sure what I'm going to do next. I've got to get all work out which things we bid on, what's happening with the different projects. Nico was in first. Nico, how are things going with you?
Yeah, I've been trying a couple things on website one for merging the code coverage that we generate with simple code. And one of the things that I've tried is this merge timeout that by default is only 10 minutes. So I thought, okay, that is what is happening. Our timeout is 10 minutes, and we are spending more time there, like 15. And that is not letting us merge all the code coverage together. But nope, that wasn't the case. So I tried with 1 hour, like we have there on
in the chat, yeah.
And that didn't work. Other things that I've been reading is that, for example, each rake task, it creates a different process. So a different processing may be, I don't know. I had to get a better understanding on that. And I did a couple of pull requests on the auto graders, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. But I need a little feedback there. It is just for starting a conversation in a pull request, and we can just leave it there or create a new one or whatever.
Great.
And I have no blockers except that thing in website one.
Yeah, well, which maybe we can look at the end. Cool. Thank you, Nico. Ben, how are things going with you?
Things are going all right. We did the TDD mob this morning, and then paired a bit with Ryder after that on Paranauts, and I wrote what we talked about in the Slack and sort of pushed the few things we did up to the fork that I have of that on my GitHub. We talked more about loading JavaScript, things like that, and dove a bit into the brunch config, which is kind don't know how familiar you are with that, but it seemed like that would be the place if we wanted to start being a little bit more particular about where JavaScript was loaded in. The way we're doing it now is definitely maybe not sustainable, but we did talk about that stuff and make a few tentative changes. I don't think the tests currently pass on that, but that's because of the ES6 issue we figured out. But then it got to be too late and we had to go.
Sure.
So that's that. Anything else? I don't know. I haven't looked at anything else in a while. Well, I guess, yeah, I'm doing the Wiki EDU stuff too, but that's kind of a big thing that I'm working on. All right,
but yeah, not blocked on anything.
Not blocked.
No, good. Okay, yeah. Well, that's our Scrum then. Yeah, let's. I was just looking here at, so what we did in the previous Scrum is I merged in some minor changes. And so this is the Rails 5 upgrade for website 1. And I noticed that the code climate coverage is coming in here, which is good to see. Looks reasonably healthy there. I didn't see that before. Even though I've kind of disconnected cover rules, it still says it's like this. I don't know if there's something that we need to do in our configuration. I guess this is
I took a look at our configuration inside the repository, and there wasn't anything there saying coveralls is here.
No, yeah, I wonder about that. I mean so the things that you're changing with that simple cov thing, is that's for independently of whether it's code climate or cover rules.
Yep.
You think that needs addressing, I guess.
Well, the thing with coveralls is that I had to remove the sham that we were using, the library that we were using.
Yeah.
Because simple cov is being used by coveralls.
Right.
But right now we just need to use simple cov.
Yes.
So that is why I removed coveralls from everywhere in our repository, and it is still there. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, I think that one of the reasons so we've got two things there. It might be, as you were pointing me to, have I still got it open somewhere? There's oh gosh, I did have it open in one of these teaming windows. Tabs, not over there. Gosh. We've got the cover all settings, and where I earlier today I kind of unhooked the commenting functionality, which doesn't seem to have done anything. And it might be that you have to do it through the cover rules interface. But there's also, we've got these settings. There's also webhooks, which is one thing. I don't think it's going to be in here. Let's just do cover rules.
Yeah.
No,
I do the same. No, it's not.
But is there integrations and services?
Nope.
No. So we do have pivotal tracker connection there. We've got, now interesting to see, code climate is in there. Semaphore CI is in there. I wonder if, it seems like cover rules is completely separate from Semaphore CI.
Right now, yes, because we didn't even push the code coverage to coveralls anymore.
I'm looking for one of these. Did I have it open already? I thought I'd very carefully left that one tab open with the things I'm not finding. Oh, anyway. But if we just go to coveralls, where we were earlier.
Yes.
In the settings. Well, yeah, so that makes it seem like if we really want to have it not talk to our pull requests anymore, then we can look at the settings together. The nuclear option is we can delete this from here. So we've got, it's delete repository. So this is what I did earlier today, was I disabled these pull request alerts of leaving comments and using the status API, and even with them disabled, it doesn't seem to have. I mean, I guess we've got the general question of like how to remove coveralls. So conceivably, somebody else has got stuck with this. Can't remove disable coveralls for repo. I even tried to leave my account, but after recreating, my processes are still there and enabled. Same for me. Lots of people are having this problem. Okay.
Okay. So it seems that people can't.
Okay, so there's supposed to be a toggle.
So it takes.
One flip of a toggle is all it takes. You cannot remove a repo the same way. Coveralls. So can we go back to repo, notifications, change source, repos. Repo token. How on earth does this all work? Can I click on that? It is going. I'm doing it again.
Loading? Yeah.
It is loading. I've clicked it again and made it slow because it's. That's it. Oh well. I guess that while we're waiting for that one to come up, we could go and look at some of the different PRs that you've done here. So we've got, this one here.
Yep.
I think superficially looked fine to me. We've got yeah. And the thing with these is,
if you want, what I can do is just how to say it? I mean, the rule of offenses, that is just like noisy, so I can just regard the commit and.
No, I don't think so. No. I mean, it's I'm personally quite happy with those updates. The only thing that would the difference between this and, like, say, website 1, where I might just like merge something straight in, is that this repo is being used by students around the world and potentially a lot of students to, like as soon as we merge this, like all the students in, I don't know if you met like Richard and Rose and whatever their classes they're in, when they're downloading this, it will suddenly operate in a different fashion. So I kind of want to coordinate when we, do the progression. I think that looks fine to me, and I think actually most of the students in that probably they're beyond it, and people are not going back to it. So it's well, I may just end up biting the bullet. But so you've also got one here. You've got an update to the Review Intro CI here. Now this one, let's have a look here.
And that is working when doing the check.sh,
right.
script.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yes. And
I did the. I don't know if you want to go through all of them because you will see the answers.
Well, I think that the thing is that the answer is sort of out there to an extent. But okay. I mean, in this pull request, there's bits and pieces of them. I mean, I think the people who are like busy working on this simple thing, it's
I changed 2 methods that we were using for solving
particular example answers. I mean, I'm not too worried about a couple of answers there here and there appearing on the video, given that the reality is that anybody can go and search and find the answers if they're looking for them. It's really it all comes down. I mean, it's a big area of concern about keeping things secret, and how do you know that students are really putting in the work. I think it's a losing battle, really. This is a whole separate conversation, but thanks for alerting me. I mean, I guess so the thing that we've got in here is things like these RAG steps. Like I said, like this hasn't worked for quite a long time.
Okay.
So what I kind of need to do is sort of do some stuff with this and like run it I'd need to like run it within the RAG context to make sure that we can actually deploy it to the grader. I mean, there's a whole session that we need to do to look at that. Well, what's the and the other you did a pull request on the Sinatra hang person.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I didn't do an upgrade on Sinatra CI. So,
no, yeah, no worries, no worries. And you know, it might be the thing to do there. Might be to like sort of complete the upgrade to like the Ruby intro first and have that all done before moving onto the this next one. I'd previously upgraded stuff through a lot of things. My memory is that when we try and start working, it's this Sinatra SAS hang person one that plays badly with Ruby 2.4. There's some like what you would sort of need to do to experience the issue is work through the kind of walkthrough of the whole thing. I don't know that the upgrading the CI one will make any difference. Almost in order to discover whether the upgrade is okay, you would kind of need to work through the whole assignment. Ruby 2.4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that then you would encounter this. There's some weird error with the way that Sinatra works and what the assignment's expecting it to do, and then you'd kind of discover the problem. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
And if there's any of this that you're then unclear about what to do, I have got the complete walkthrough
on the CI version,
in the CI repo there, if there's any ambiguity. So that would certainly be something to look at next. In the background, so here we are with this. This is our repositories. I'm not seeing anything that looks like a toggle here.
Me neither.
There's just like a load of stuff. We've got Agile Ventures website one says 4%.
Yeah, because
I know it's just their docs, pro signer updates, add repos. Can we click on? If we click on Agile Ventures itself, do we get like a subset of repositories with more?
Yeah.
This is just the. So we've got the option to add them. Website one.
Maybe people was leaving them, and they decided just to turn off the.
Yeah, I mean
the delete button.
There's no obvious way.
Yahoo.
Go on.
No, that Yahoo did the same, because a lot of people was leaving was stopping to use the email.
Yeah. I mean, we've got. I mean, I don't even really know how it's. I mean, we've got other things. There are things here like PR alerts. That's okay. These are just doing this. I get like at this point, I'm tempted to just do delete repo. Do you know what I mean?
We can add it again if we decide to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just kind of, it's getting in the way. It's been temperamental for a long time. I mean, even with that second try thing, there was like, the data was never making sense. Okay, so we'll see what that does to the Rails upgrade pull request. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, even if that doesn't change anything there, I think we shouldn't get this, like the coverage here with code climate looks like a sensible, the numbers look sensible.
Yeah.
So I think we can potentially go ahead and merge. You've also run it manually and played around with it a bit locally, right? And then the site looks okay. Yeah.
Yes. But I would like you to. I don't see your answers. Your answers are pending. You didn't submit your answers, I think.
I don't know why. Well, that's weird. I mean, I kind of, they're there. I mean, this is a page that I've completely reloaded. I don't know why. Is this, why does that say pending? Still says pending.
Because no, I don't. Let me see.
You can't see them? That's weird.
Give me a second.
Oh, is that maybe because I started a review and then...
Nope, I don't see your answers.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's because it's because it was part of this review thing, and so rather than them being individual comments, it like... What? Is that I have to say something like "great work, super"? go on, computer being slow. Great work, super upgrader man. I just want you to see the comments. Oh gosh, and that's why for a long time I just didn't use the review thing, because I was like, what is this strange new feature that they've added with reviews? And okay, so can you see the comments now?
Yeah, now yes. Now
okay,
I can see
yeah, them. Right. And even it seems like it lost my comment on this one, which was, but yeah, so the one thing that you want me to check is about, is this okay? Paper trail, track associations, if it's not set in endurance or not.
Yes. I mean, the tests are passing, and that is something that is by default on the new version of Paper Trail, but I didn't know which setup we were doing.
Yeah,
and if I set up that to true, it breaks like everywhere. So
and yeah, the I mean, Paper Trail then is this versioning that we have on the things in it, and I guess it's like, yeah, you know, it's one of those things that it like might turn out to be important somewhere down the line. It's like different, if documents are associated with different things, and that's being versioned as well. But I get to the point where I'm kind of like, well, let's just experience the pain, because really I'd like to turn this site into being just an API system and replace it with a different front end that we can develop independently. So okay, so well, I'm tempted to, let's squash and merge this and get it onto develop and see what it looks like on develop.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Let's make it so.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that's all right, I'm going to break and get a cup of tea there. I'll still be on Slack, and I'll catch you folks a bit later.
Yeah.
Nice.
So is moving away from coveralls in general is kind of the idea?
Yeah, just it seems to have been really, I don't know, just unpredictable.
And
not made sense.
They have a really good support team. If you just write something to them, and they will answer like super quickly.
And Code Climate seems to be more stable in terms of providing coverage information.
And it's just and it does everything that one needs.
Yeah, as far as we know.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, I have the lingering suspicion that maybe it's just like, oh, we weren't clever enough to configure coveralls properly, and there was some change. But it's kind of like just, like when you can get one thing working and it works, and the other thing doesn't work, and you're kind of like, okay, I don't have any energy left to explore why the other thing didn't work.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right.
Okay.
Good to see you both. Bye for now.
See ya.
Bye-bye.